company was entrusted with the maintenance of the golf club field. This company has hired 4 employees their new type of fertilizer, i.e., manure in winter. Melting snow makes grass fresh and green, so that rich people can play golf all year round. Next day, a man named Dan, security guard, gets ration in his house. Actually, Dan is shown loading the luggage. Used to listen to such a radio show every day, in which it was said that any trouble, she can come suddenly any time, and to fight unseen troubles yourself. He was preparing tonight with matches, lighting a fire without. He used powder from his shotgun shell and uses so that a small explosion and one of his eyebrows gets burnt. Scene shifts and we get Dan, Patricia, daughter of the chick, is a helper in a golf club. The CEO of a biotech company is a rich man. Playing golf that they're house because of fertilizer. Working makes the game fun. Well, the underground water, which was supplied to the entire town. An actor named Jax in the next scene, which is shown from the studio drinking a glass of water, goes to buy. They are kept in the store. Wash fresh vegetables with tap water only. Were washed and kept from drying out. Only tap water was used for. Suddenly Jax starts feeling dizzy, but he ignores her for a while. When he reaches home, he finds that the teeth were turning gray in color, and there was a strange sound in the stomach when he goes to the bathroom to look for his wife. By then, he has completely become a zombie. He will cut his wife and eat her flesh, and as soon as he does this, he too becomes a zombie. After this, Jax also enters the tub, and both of their green eyes are blurred. Michelle starts getting there at the golf club, and the couple goes towards the main building, and are surprised to see that there is no one. It was not even that suddenly a man came running, and shouts that people are sick. This is happening, so they should also run away from there. You should go only because there are a lot of employees there. They all seem to be following him. Everyone had become zombie at the same time, even a dog. Seeing whom the wife sees him, calls near and angrily at him, jumps and bites his neck. Seeing this, her husband and Michelle the dog throw them away, and then others. Zombies are seen running away. Then that woman also starts turning into a zombie. While the 2 men quickly left the building, go inside and close the door, but the dog also entered the building secretly, goes and hits the woman's husband's feet, bites, so they put him in a separate room. I'll shut it all down until then. Zombies gather at the door, and they start knocking the door so loudly. My husband also becomes a zombie and starts chasing Michelle, who next hides in the kitchen with a knife. The scene shows Dan being shot by the old lady calls and says that her neighbors are making noise and quarreling among themselves, are fighting when he reaches there and rings the bell. So his neighbors come out and come. That old woman who had become a zombie also becomes a zombie and starts chasing Dan. Dan seems to quickly hide inside the car, goes and calls for help, but no one comes there, running on the streets. Seeing the zombies, Dan takes his daughter. Patricia begins to worry and calls him, but also Patria. That's why she's running away from zombies. Couldn't pick up the call, so Dan got his call. I start getting worried. That's why Dan's company, leaving the car, takes out his car, and he took a weapon and went to search for his daughter. In the next scene, we go to the name Andre, boy milk for his little sister Annie. Let's see making, for which he taps. One has to use water only then. His mother allowed him to use bottled water. Andre himself sometimes says for the tap. He didn't drink water whenever he felt thirsty. He drank soda or some other kind of drink, used to make his mother feel dizzy soon. To which Andre says more. They feel dizzy due to exercise. His mother will be there soon. Becomes a zombie and attacks Andre. Andre starts running after him for fear. Goes out and runs away. Stumbles and falls, but as soon as she is about to attack Andre, hits him with his car, causing injury. Andre goes to see his mother in such a condition. Seeing this, he goes to save him, but Dan finds him, stops and says this is an emotional time. Not to be, but to save one's life. He told him to hide in his house. He leaves from there only to find more. When zombies start coming, he could not leave his mother there, so he would drag her by his feet and bring her inside the house. And after closing all the doors of the house, he calls the police for help. He gets a recorded message that the island is quarantining. In the next scene, the bridge is shown which connects to the island. Some police here used to connect with main city. Those standing there open the doors of the bridge. Were closed so that no one from outside can't come in, and the person inside can't go out. The scene shifts and Andre's mother. Her younger sister goes to attack Annie. But Andre drags him and locks him in the bathroom, where his eyes are dripping from the shower. It falls on the water and it enters the tub. Annie goes there and keeps crying, hearing whose voice many zombies open doors. Andre gathers him outside. Cover the pillow with a blanket and a plastic. Gives so that his voice can be heard outside. Nana. Give all the zombies back in a little while. Andre's cat leaves after some time. Returns back inside the house through the pet door, and from there a zombie enters the house. And he's about to catch Andre. Then Andre leaves the house and the zombie also stops moving, but as soon as Andre comes back with a golf stick, zombie hides in the next scene. Patricia is shown the zombies, hides in a garage to escape, and call your dad Dan for help. Dan immediately reaches there and sees that there are lots of things outside the garage. Zombies are there. Take out your knife, takes it and kills some zombies with it, and drops some of them on the ground. After that he goes inside, and at the same time on the bridge, the policemen present move away from there, because military people are affected by zombies. They start blowing up the area with bombs. There is a power cut in the entire town. Next, in the morning, Annie came to work on the bridge. When she reaches near it, she sees that it is broken. Meanwhile, Andre has opened the window of his house, starts making videos of zombies, and at the same time the press conference was shown on the net. Goes where the defense minister tells the people that we protected the island. The bridge has been destroyed for the sake of. Now that the situation is under control, Andre, after the phone's battery goes down, it goes in to check on his mother, and sees that his mother is green in color, suddenly covered with sticky material. Andre starts attacking Mother Annie. They start clamoring for attention. And his favorite vegetable in front of him starts shaking, which attracts her. Mother starts running after him like this. While doing so, both of them reach the living room. Go where accidentally his mother TV hits the stand and the TV is on top of them. Falls to death. With a sad heart, Andre goes to his mother's bathroom, brings them inside and sees that their grass started growing on the wounds, and then they picks up the phone, but that phone is also broken. After this, Andre came forward with a ladder, looks out the door where a lot of zombies were standing as if they were in the same place. Now you are waiting for it to come out too. He was tired of staying inside the house, so he, putting baby carrier in hand, opens the door of the house with a stick, due to which the zombies see the cat inside the house, enter the house to catch him. And seeing the way clear, Andre immediately, he runs towards the grocery store. He runs and the zombies follow him. Run, but all the doors are closed. And he falls from the zombies, and then suddenly, the door opens and Dan pulls her inside. Dan has been camping there since yesterday, so he also found a place for camping there. Had made it, but due to this situation there was no concrete plan to deal with everything. The boats had also already left from there, and swimming in water means direct death. Andre Opny was to give a treat in the next scene. When he goes to see his sister Annie, he sees her falls on a door locked inside, who was none other than Patricia Dan. Hoped that later someone would find him. We'll fix it, so he kept it closed. There was Michelle all the doors at the golf club. Sanitizes after this. He calls the company people who tell him, "Are experts coming to help?" But he also has to follow the rules of the company. Then a zombie dog will bark at him. It seems that he kicks the person away. Here it is revealed that he had also murdered one of my friends there. Dan tries to light a fire in the store. Andre uses lighter when fails. He lights a fire while eating. People listening to Dunn's favorite radio show. Contains for zombie attack. Terrorists are held responsible. The host of that show interviewed the defense minister, who takes round answers to all questions. Causes the host to suspect that, somewhere to deal with government zombies. Don't sacrifice people's lives only then. Call the radio station and tell them, there are some people left who need help. Need on which the host says the world. The rest of the people don't want that everywhere. So that the infection spreads, she should get rid of it first. Gets information about where those people are and, "What are you doing, Dan?" irritated by his nonsense. Hangs up the phone, then Dan and Andre, together to know the region of spread of infection. Let's try to make a vaccine. Eventually, Dan comes to the conclusion that infection has spread due to water because all the people who had become zombies drank the water of, but Dan was free from his madness. 'Cause I never drank tap water. Because he was always afraid that somewhere, terrorists don't mix poison in water. After some time, all three of them came out of the store. They leave with Patricia also, carrying a cage on its head. It is placed so that it does not bite anyone. They see some zombies outside, whose body has something sticky of green color. Suddenly a little girl is affected by the substance. Attacks Dan, which Dan pushes him away but can't muster the courage to kill. As they continued walking, they finally reach Dan's car. And before the zombies arrive, he would attack them from there in the car. Meanwhile, two biotech companies leave. Twins, that is twin sisters with weapons. Who sends golf clubs your way. Kill every zombie that comes in. Michelle was there inside the club with this deal, burning all related papers and documents. It happens so that there is no evidence of this. That because of their fertilizer, the zombies, the infection had started finally. Save a small sample of fertilizer. Then both the twins reach him. Michelle goes to take the suitcase of one of them. Takes many spheres. There was a cure for infection inside those balls, which was present within just 24 hours. Could eliminate the infection, but he picks up a ball and both the twins, grabs her and forces her into his mouth. I put the sample in it and then she would make him unconscious and drag his body away. And this ball slipped out of Michelle's hand and landed on the ground. But all three of us fall in the next scene. Survivors take car to water plant. They see Annie coming in the car. Leave so that the sound of her crying. Other zombies may not come there, but it's okay to leave Patricia with the child. He didn't have it, so he took it with him. Those people enter inside the building, where a zombie entered the water tank, whose body had grass growing on it. Patricia finds out, and she runs towards him, so both of them have to run after him. She would jump into the pool as soon as she reached it. Dan also jumped in to save him. Meanwhile, that zombie comes up, and Dan starts attacking Patricia, holds it in front of the zombie so that he steps back when Andre approaches. When he sees it, he gets relieved that zombies don't attack each other. But then the zombie hears his voice, and Andre starts chasing him outside. Starts running towards, but there are more. Zombies start chasing him here. Dan takes Patricia out of the water, tries with a different arm. Andre goes there, running, somehow. Gets inside the car, and then Dan also. He comes out and gives Patricia a shield. Kind of uses it so that the zombies get rid of them. After sitting in the car while staying away, Dan felt something. When the sound is heard, then it becomes known that Patricia's phone was still with him. Phone using his broken arm. Unlocks it, and only then it is released. That grass will grow on Patricia's wounds. We're looking at the grass in the winter season. He is surprised, but then he remembers that an experiment was conducted in the golf club. And this is probably the result of that, isn't it? Both terrorists are in the golf club. The twins hit all the shots on the grass at the golf club. They start breaking it so that there is no proof left. Just then, Dan's car reaches there and they would have noticed that strange smoke. Hey, Andre, take out your phone and record everything. After this, they start doing it at the front door. But it is